Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. I don't know who the Republican nominee for president is going to be. Trump no longer looks unstoppable. He's falling in the polls. Ben Carson is the current flavor of the month. Jeb Bush looks dumber than his brother, with less personality. Carly Fiorina had her moment in the sun, but is falling back into the pack. Everybody says Marco Rubio won the last debate, but it doesn't seem to have made any difference as far as people's perception of him goes. And Ted Cruz is Ted Cruz, who has cornered the asshole vote, but that's about it. But it really doesn't matter who wins the GOP nomination, because we know what their ideas will be. More tax breaks for the rich, invade another country, screw the workers, break the unions. So it really doesn't matter who comes out of the Republican Party. The real action is with the Democrats. Now Jim Webb and Lincoln Chafee are gone, and Martin O'Malley is clinging by his fingernails. And right now Hillary Clinton looks unstoppable. And part of that is because the Republicans did her a big favor. Their attempt to destroy her with their 8th hearing on Benghazi completely backfired. She emerged looking presidential, much stronger than her enemies. But even though Bernie Sanders trails by 20 points, he has created more passion and excitement than anybody, including Donald Trump. And he's done it in the exact opposite way that Trump did. Not with outrageous statements or personal attacks, but by talking about the issues and ideas that he is passionate about. Income inequality, the shrinking middle class, raising the minimum wage, making the rich pay their fair share of taxes, free college education, preserving and expanding Social Security and Medicare. And these are the issues that if people hear about them, they can get behind. He is exactly what this country needs at this time. And during the Democrats' debate, he was presented by the moderators with an opportunity to attack Hillary Clinton on Benghazi and her emails, and he pointedly chose not to. This is a perfect illustration of the difference between Bernie Sanders and every other politician who was in the race. He's a man of principle and integrity and a man of ideas. He's a man who is in politics to serve the people. So he's immune to the influence of the special interests. He won't even take their money. If Bernie gets in the White House, the interests of working Americans will come first, and Wall Street and the 1% will shudder. Now, he probably won't be able to get everything done that he wants to, but it will be a clear message to the rest of the politicians that regular working people want to be heard. They want their interests to come first. And unfortunately, the one thing that could derail Bernie's campaign is the ignorance of the American people. Bernie is a self-proclaimed socialist, and most Americans don't know what socialism actually is. They think that socialism is somehow a threat to their freedom. It's not. Take a look at the best countries to live in the world. And by the way, folks, America is not one of them. They're socialist countries. The people in these countries, they have all the freedoms we do. They elect their leaders. The system might be a little different, but they do elect the people that represented them. Taxes are higher, but in return for that, they get health care that doesn't bankrupt them. They get free education, free college education. They get infrastructure that is not in complete disrepair, and social services that are effective and efficient and serve the people. And here's the truth, that those things actually make the people in those countries freer than we are here in the land of the free. Think about how free are people in America if they can't get health care. If an illness, no matter even if they do have insurance, will bankrupt them. That's economic bondage. How free are people that can't get a higher education, who work full time but can't make ends meet? How free are they? See, we've for years heard all of this propaganda about socialism that equates it with communism, but socialism and communism are two different things. Socialism is not really the end of freedom. It's actually the heart of freedom. So that's why I'm for Bernie Sanders. I hope you are too. Thanks for listening.